Welcome to Unfold Data Science, friends. This is Aman here and I am a data scientist. In this video, I am going to discuss the concept of stacking and blending in the concept of ensemble learning. So, what is ensemble learning? At high level, ensemble learning combines learning from multiple weak learners. There are various ways to do that. One way is bagging, other way is boosting, and third way is stacking or blending. This is what we will discuss in this video. You have to write me in comment from your understanding, how do you think bagging and boosting model help? Individually you have to write me in the comment, just a knowledge check. Okay, what we will discuss in this video is what is stacking and what is blending, right? So let us say you have 100 records in your data, right? 100 records in your data. Now what you have to do is you have to train a stacking model here. Okay, so very first thing to understand here is how is stacking model different from bagging and boosting model. It is not difficult to understand, very simple. So stacking model differs from bagging and boosting model on two aspects mainly. Number one, in stacking model the individual learners may be heterogeneous. So if you know bagging and boosting, the individual learners are homogeneous. In bagging you will see individual learners were decision trees. In boosting also you can see mostly individual learners were of same type, decision trees. But in stacking you can have individual learners as different types. So you can have one weak learner as logistic regression, other weak learner as SVM, and so on and so forth. First difference is heterogeneous weak learners, right? This is again an interview question people might ask you. Heterogeneous weak learners in case of stacking. What is the other difference? The other difference in stacking in comparison to bagging and boosting is there is a concept of something called as a meta model. Meta model is the backbone of stacking concept. We will try to understand how stacking works using meta model. Let's see that. Let's say you have 100 records to train your data from. Okay, so I am saying 100 records to train your data. From this 100 records, let's take 75% out in typically train and 25% out in test. Okay, so call it 75 records and call it 25 records. From this 75 records, let us keep a percentage of it out and call it a validation set. Okay, so let us keep 10% or 20% of it out and let us train model on 80% of the data. Okay, when I am saying train model on this 80% of the data, what stacking does is it will train multiple models on this 80% data. So there can be multiple models. Let's say there is one logistic regression, there is one SVM, and there is one neural networks, right? These three models will be trained on this 80% of the data. So we will have predictions, right? Now once these models have been trained on this data, these models will be used for prediction on this 20%, right? Let me give you an example with a record. Let's say there is a record in this 20% data. There are two variables x1, x2, three variables x1, x2, x3, and target is y. Okay, variable 1 value is 10, variable 2 value is 12, and variable 3 value is 13, and y is 0 or 1. So let's call it 0. This record is coming from this 20%. Okay, now we have three different trained models on this 80% of the data, correct? Now all these models will be used to make prediction on this record. Okay, when all these models will be used to make prediction on this record, then what will happen? How many predictions we will have for this record? We will have three predictions for this record, right? So logistic regression prediction, SVM prediction, right, and neural network prediction. All these three prediction, let us say one prediction is 1, one prediction is 0, other prediction is 1, and the target variable here is y, so it is nothing but 0, right? This becomes the training set for something called as a meta model, right? I am repeating it again. You have 100 records in the beginning, you took 75% out, 25% let's keep it aside for now. Out of this 75%, you took 20% out for meta model training. Okay, and 80% you trained different models. Now these different models will have some predictions for these 20% record, right? For example, this is one record. prediction for this one record from these models are these. Similarly, for all these 20% records, there will be some predictions, right? And there will be a target column. This becomes input to the meta model, right? And then whatever the final model we get from the meta model, final prediction, final output, that becomes your final model. And then this testing is obviously used in the traditional way to test the accuracy of the model. So now what we are doing is, out of this 75%, we are keeping 20% out for meta model training, right? This approach is called nothing but blending. There can be an alternate approach. Here there is one problem. We are just using 80% of the data to train base models. These are called base models, and this training data goes to another model that is called a meta model. Okay, so here 80% only we are using for the base models. We can also take a k-fold approach where we can keep exchanging the data, right? So in this 75% we can create k buckets. We can always create one meta model on one bucket out of the k bucket, and k minus 1 buckets we can keep for base learners, right? That approach is called stacking. So very minor difference between stacking and blending. If you take a k-fold approach, it becomes a stacking. How it works at high level? There will be a base model trained on this 80% of the data, and then there will be a meta model, and this becomes your, when the training happens on the meta model, then you can go ahead with the next approach like testing, and then this becomes your final model. So that is how stacking and blending works. How to implement in Python? Let me show you with an example. So guys, in my Python, if you can see, I'm importing some of the packages, right? So I'm importing random forest, I'm importing linear SVC, I'm importing logistic regression, Gaussian NB, KNN. And after that, if you can see, I am importing from mlextend.classifier import stacking classifier, right? So stacking classifier you can also use from sklearn, but my sklearn is little older version, I needed to update, hence I thought let's use mlextend.classifier. Okay, now if you can see here, I have created a very simple data. From iris data I have splitted xtrain and ytrain. I am using 100% of the data in training only. I am not keeping test data separate. We can do that as well. Okay, now I am defining some of the base learners, right? So if you can see, KNN is one of my base learner, random forest is other base learner, Gaussian NB is third base learner. 3 base learners I am defining. Then I am defining a meta model, right? So what will be my meta model? Logistic regression, as my target variable is categorical in nature. And this step is important, guys. Here I am defining my stacking classifier. So what arguments I am giving? I am saying classifiers is equal to myclf1, myclf2, myclf3. That means all 3 individual weak learners, or you can say base learners, go here in classifiers. And what is my meta learner? My meta learner I have already defined as my LR. So this is my meta classifier, right? This is my stacking classifier. Now what I will do is, I will run all the individual models and the stacking model in a loop and show you how the results are coming. So if you can see here in this step, I am just calling all these models one by one in a for loop, and it will just give you a cross validation score for all these models. If I run this, you can see here in the 3-fold cross validation, k nearest neighbor is giving 91%, random forest is giving 93%, naive Bayes is giving 92%, and all of us know that our intention of creating an ensemble model is we want to learn the model combiningly. From different model we want to learn the patterns. So obviously our stacking classifier will give a higher accuracy, and that is 94% here. So that is how ensembling takes place in the world of stacking classifier. I am sure you would have understood with this example. Still, if you have any doubts, write me in comment. I'll come up with another interesting video. Till then, all of you stay safe and take care.